With pick 7, Fremantle have selected Hayden Young from the Dandenong Stingrays.
And presenting Hayden with his new jumper, Fremantle's senior coach Justin Longmuir. And I'll invite Hayden to come over to the lectern for a few words. Congratulations. Hayden, congratulations. How does it feel to know you're off to Fremantle?
Yeah, pretty exciting, to be
nice
honest. Look, it's been a long time coming, so to get my name read out, I'm very stoked and really excited to go to Fremantle.
You've been labelled the best kick in this year's draft pool. What can fans expect from you in 2020 and beyond?
Hopefully a few kicks. I'm just looking forward to getting there, putting my head down, getting to work and just earning the respect of my teammates.
Of course, brother Lockie plays for the Western Bulldogs. Surely the sibling rivalry goes up a notch now.
Yeah, I think so. Hopefully if I get to play against him, a bit of kick to kick from half back, so get the Supercoach points up. But it should be good. We've always been pretty competitive, so looking forward to what the future holds for both of us.
What's his advice been to you?
Just enjoy the experience, and I think coming from his journey, he obviously went in the rookie draft, so it doesn't really matter where you go in the draft, as long as you get to the club, put your head down, and the opportunities will come. So yeah, it's been good to watch his journey and learn what I can from it.
Well, all the best at Fremantle. Ladies and gentlemen, Hayden Young.
Thank you.
188 centimetre intercept marker. He knows exactly the right time to drop off his opponent. He's got a damaging and raking left leg. He reminds me so much of Grant Birchall, this guy. Across half back, just makes the right decisions. Super aggressive, always wants to bring the ball back into the corridor. He wants to open up the game. He wants to be involved in scoring plays. I think it's a wonderful selection by Fremantle.
He's an elite decision maker. He's super composed. And as you mentioned, he's willing to pull the trigger repeatedly, which is important, and he gets the ball there quickly. He's got real penetration and punch in his kick, which then opens up the ground and allows his team to counter-attack, play through the middle of the ground and really create scoring opportunities.
Such a special moment for Hayden and a really special moment for his parents. Peter and Robin are here at Docklands with us now.
Yeah, they're proud as punch, Sarah. Peter, where does he get that left foot from? Is it you or is it Robin?
No one in the family is a lefty. He just came out of nowhere.
Tell us about Hayden as a young fella. What was he like?
Oh, the things that we admire him for now as an 18-year-old, the determination, the drive, they're great as an 18-year-old, but I think as a 2-year-old or 3-year-old, when we wanted him to sort of hop in the car or put his shoes on, they weren't so great qualities for us. So, yeah, but we're really proud of, the young man he is and just that determination has got him a long way, so very proud.
And what about Hayden as a young footballer? You coached him?
Coached him under 10s, had Hayden and Lachlan in the one team. Best year I had coaching. I remember one time I sent out a message at Somerville with 2 messages. 3 messages came back from the on-field coach, which was Hayden. And the runner said, Hayden said to do this, this and this. And he was analysing, and that was under 10s. So he's been a football purist and thinking football all his life, and we just love where he's going and where he's going and love him.
What are the chances he does the same to Justin Longmuir next year?
There is a chance. Yes, there is a chance.
And what about Hayden as a traveller overseas or in Perth? What do you expect from him living away from home?
Oh, I think he'll do really well. I think he can certainly cook a meal at home, and I think I say he moved out of home 6 months ago. He just lived under our roof and ate our food, but mentally he probably moved out of home 6 months ago. He's been ready to move into the AFL environment, and we're really excited for him, and he's really ready, I think.
And what's his best meal?
Oh, we made the best salad the other week. I think it might have been a vegan dish. It was absolutely beautiful. So, the family really enjoyed it. I think Peter wanted a steak with it, but everyone else. So, he's pretty handy in the kitchen. So, does awesome bacon and eggs as well. So, yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks.
Peter and Robin, very happy parents.
Thank you so much, Peter and Robin. Isn't it great to get the insights from the mum and dad? It's almost the highlight of the night, isn't it?
Well, we've already got a nickname for Matty Rowling, Planet Matt. So it's great.
With pick 8, Fremantle has selected Caleb Serong from Gippsland Power.
And presenting Caleb with his new jumper, Fremantle senior coach Justin Longmuir.
Centimetres, 83 kilos, inside mid, small forward as well. He bought at Geelong Grammar throughout the year. Won Vic Metro's MVP, Mick, during the Under-18 Championship. So he showed against the best versus the best, he showed plenty of class to win that type of award. Yeah,
he's a Dion Prestia type, Jono. You mentioned him being that midfield forward type. He's got incredible game sense, footy smart. And what separates a player like Caleb Serong is his ability to use both sides of his body. So when you're going to exit a stoppage and you can go left or right, it makes it very, very difficult for opposition defenders to try and counter that.
Well, Sarah Ollie has Caleb with her, and let's get his thoughts, Sarah, on joining the Fremantle Football Club.
Thank you, Sarah. Well, I can tell you Hayden Young's parents are seriously psyched because as soon as Caleb's name was read out, they went, yes! You two are obviously very good mates.
Yeah, met Hayden back through the under-16s for Vic Country and been lucky enough to play with him the last couple of years. So he's a great player and, yeah, we've got a great kind of friendship off the field as well. So, yeah, really excited to head to Fremantle with him.
Now, they asked me to ask you about your Snapchat stream.
Oh.
Apparently it goes on and on and on.
Oh, me and Hayden's, yeah. We talk a bit and it's kind of been good to have him to bounce things off this year as well because I'm in Geelong and he's over in Dandenong. So, yeah, we don't get to kind of see each other as much, but, yeah, Snapchat's been able to kind of keep it going.
And I'm told on very reliable sources that you're a very good cricketer. You could have gone down that path. Why the footy path?
I think for me, I just love the kind of physicality and, yeah, that kind of thing in football. So, yeah, I kind of, especially the last few years, I've definitely enjoyed football a bit more, but, yeah, I also love my cricket.
Now, a little birdie told me that you're also doing the Movember Challenge with Hemisphere. How are you going there? Better than Dill Stevens?
I think me and Dill are about on par, so no good. But I think the same with Dill. We should have got a bit of a head start. We should have got together and started in June or July, and we might have something. So, but no, it's a great cause, and all the boys have jumped on board. So, yeah, raising awareness and some money for mental health. So.
You've been out of home for a while as a boarder at Geelong Grammar. Is this move across the country just going to be a piece of cake, or do you think it'll have its challenges?
I think any move will have its challenges and bring new challenges, but I think I'm pretty prepared to be able to move across to Fremantle, being away from home the last couple of years. So, looking forward to moving over and getting stuck into it.
And just lastly, people say that you're a Robbie Gray clone. Big shoes to fill. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, that's not too bad. He's a good player, so if I can be half the player he is, I'll be pretty happy. So, yeah.
Congratulations, Caleb.
Thank you very much.
Well done to Caleb indeed. Great to hear that he's a cricket fan. No doubt he'll be watching Fox Cricket on Friday with the Test match going on. We cannot wait for more Test cricket on Fox as we have a look here. A bid pending. Mick, can you talk us through what's going on here and what Fremantle are looking to do?
Yeah, so Liam Henry's the player that's been bid on by the Carlton Football Club that Kingy touched on earlier. So that's exactly why Fremantle traded up in the draft and added to get 2 picks in the top 10 was to get a couple of players in the door. I mentioned a scenario with Tom Green earlier. Here comes the bid player. So they've effectively now got 3 players in 10 rather than 2 should they choose to match the bid. As you can see on screen, if they do match the bid, it pushes those 4 picks on the right-hand side, the 49, 58, 66 and 73, right out the back of the draft. But you can see with the smiles that your old teammates trying to hold back their Kingy, I think they're pretty happy with 7, 8 and 9.
Oh, it's an absolute steal. I mean, you're effectively getting a player that's ranked 9 by other clubs. That's his value right now by the competition for those picks on the right-hand side there. A pick around 50, 58, 66. I mean, it's a steal, it's a bargain. Well done by Fremantle in the lead up to the draft to trade up ahead of that selection. So this is why there's so much science to what these clubs are doing at the moment.
Incredible, isn't it? The strategy that goes into it in the weeks and months leading up and then right now on the night, Mick.
Yeah, and they legitimately, Carlton, that's a genuine bid from them. Liam Henry's a young man from up around Halls Creek area in the Kimberley, so there's the link there to Sam Petrevski-Seaton from a similar area. They would have been confident in being able to get Liam Henry into the club to settle him and also add some outside class. So If Fremantle do choose to match this bid, I'm sure the Carlton Footy Club be disappointed because he is a really talented young man.
He'd learn a bit off Eddie Betts too if he was to land at the Blues.
Too high to match, do you think, or do you think it'll just be a formality?
No, I think it's a formality, Kingy, to be honest. He's a game changer, Liam Henry. He's got the ability to kick multiple goals in a quarter, to turn a game in a heartbeat, and that real sixth sense when he is inside 50. So I'd be surprised if Fremantle don't match this bid, particularly when you lose the likes of Brad Hill and Ed Langdon that do play outside.
So we think Freo could be talking to Port Adelaide about a potential swap of picks there, as phones and text messages are going frantically around as we try and work out exactly what is happening here.
They're basically just trying to accumulate points. It's as simple as that. The numbers will be the numbers. Don't get too caught up in that. But they're basically trying to accumulate points so they can somehow have some presence in this draft or not fall into a points deficit next year, which could impact their first pick in the 2020 draft. So that's as simple as it is. By the look of that, you'd expect that Carlton will have to select another player, as Liam will be going to Fremantle.
Yeah, and just to really confuse the viewers, there's a future pick thrown in there too. So Freo will lose their second round pick in the 2020 draft, which goes to Carlton. But like you mentioned, Kingy, they come back into around that 52, 55 mark rather than having 3 picks outside of 80. So they are still a player in this draft, even after those 3 picks in the top 10.
And this is all for a player who draws comparisons with Michael Walters. So for people at home, that's the kind of calibre of player we're talking about.
With pick 9, Fremantle have matched Carlton's bid for Liam Henry from Claremont.
And presenting Liam with his new jumper, Fremantle's senior coach, Justin Longmuir.
He'll be my favourite player of this draft, Jono. There's no doubt about that. I love what he does. He's a pure kick of the football. He's got all the clubs in the bag. He's got the pitching wedge. He's got the 3-iron. He's got the speed. He can dance. He can move. He's creative. He wants to be a star, this kid, and he's going to have some role models at Fremantle that he can attach to straight away. I've got no doubt. Even at pick 9, he'll be seen as a steal. I know they've had to go through a bit to get that matched, the bid from Carlton. But what this guy does with the footy, most players can only dream of.
You're 100% right, King. The other thing I like about him is his ability to push up the ground. We saw it during the Under-18 Championship when WA really needed a spark. He was the player that pushed up around half-forward wing, gave him a bit of energy around the ball and then dropped back inside 50 and managed to slot a couple of majors.
So some beautiful scenes there and emotion from Liam's family as we head now to check in with him. Tom, a big deep breath when that was all finally settled. There must have been some really anxious moments there.
Yeah, did you ever think you weren't going to get to Freo after Carlton tried to match that pick?
It was pretty, I guess, emotional at the time, but confusing. I didn't know what was really going on, but I'm happy to be at Freo. Obviously built a good connection with them over the year. Obviously Michael Walters, looked up to him since Cyril had been out of the game, but as well as Tendai Mzungu, he's helped me along the way, my family as well. So,
your parents, very emotional just there. What do they mean to you and what does this mean to them?
Definitely means a lot. Coming from a small town, Tamman, to a big city like Perth, it was definitely a big move, and my parents drive me to be the best I can off field, then it related on field. So, and try to be a role model to my younger generations back home, non-Indigenous and Indigenous boys. So, yeah, it's definitely an emotional time, but I'm excited to get started.
Now, you're a business owner as well. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I like to do a little bit of art. So, I've created some business with 2 mates from Christchurch, Isaiah Butters and Dante Bolton. Tied the Culture is our business.
What's your Instagram handle?
Tied the Culture. So, yeah, it was pretty special at the time. Obviously, being given the opportunity to go to Christchurch on an Indigenous scholarship, we know the ability to get given something. So we give back to organisations that link into our ties. So Beyond Blue, breast cancer, Medala helps sponsors our scholarship to go to Christchurch, and without that I wouldn't be here where I am now to develop my footy and develop as a person. So I'm very excited.
Mate, you're a special young man and you're going to be a cult figure at Freo. Well done.
Thank you.
He could be the most marketable player already in the draft. He speaks beautifully. But have a look at what he does with the footy. He gets the football to talk as well. As I said before, he's got great vision. He knows where the ball needs to go. It always favours a teammate. And at the under-18 level, it doesn't always pay off. But with stronger bodies, anyone who can kick the ball like this will make their way. There's no doubt. Look at that. It's a lace out on the lead. He's got angles. He dances in and out of traffic with ease. I know he's only a light body. He wouldn't want to get caught too many times early in his career, Mick. But I think this is a great selection for Fremantle.
Yeah, it certainly is. And you can see he certainly doesn't lack confidence, but he's measured. He's not arrogant. He's a very, very measured kid, Liam Henry. He's been down at the club. He even had Ross Lyon at last year's season launch wear one of his ties at the Fremantle Footy Club. So business is booming for Liam, but look, he's going to step in, and there's no doubt he'll have an impact at senior level very quickly.
Sensational player and a sensational character. It looks.